The phone I shouldn't have looked at. Sophie and Mark had been together for just over 2 years. They weren't perfect, but they were happy, or at least that's what Sophie believed. One Saturday morning, Mark was in the shower when his phone buzzed on the nightstand. Normally, Sophie wouldn't think twice. They trusted each other, but the screen lit up with a preview of a message from someone named Leah. It wasn't the name that caught her attention, it was the heart emoji. Mark didn't have many female friends, and Sophie had never heard of Leah before. She knew the right thing was to leave it alone. She could ask Mark about it later. But her mind was already racing. What if this is something I need to know now? What if I'm being played for a fool? Her hand hovered over the phone. She told herself it was just to make sure it wasn't something bad. Before she could talk herself out of it, she swiped it open. What she found the conversation was short. Just a few messages. But enough to twist her insides. Leah had sent, "Last night was amazing. I can't stop thinking about you." Mark had replied with a smiling emoji, and, "Me too. Can't wait to see you again." Sophie felt her cheeks burn. Her pulse was pounding so loudly, she almost didn't hear the water turn off in the bathroom. She locked the phone, set it back exactly how it was, and sat on the edge of the bed, heart racing. When Mark came out, smiling and wrapped in a towel, Sophie couldn't even meet his eyes. The entire day felt like a lie. Every touch, every laugh, every casual "I love you" felt hollow, but she didn't say a word. For a week, she carried the secret like a weight in her chest. She barely slept. She replayed their moments together, wondering which ones were real and which ones were just a cover. She kept asking herself, did I do the wrong thing by looking, or was it the only way I would have found out the truth? Eventually, she knew she couldn't keep living like that. The silence was eating her alive, and her love for him was starting to turn into something darker. Resentment. One evening, she asked him straight, "Who's Leah?" Mark froze. Then, the excuses began. "She's just a friend. It's not what it looks like. You're overreacting." But Sophie had seen enough to know better. That night, she left. Not because of the messages, but because she realized something important. If you need to check your partner's phone to feel secure, the trust might already be broken. Question for you. If you were in Sophie's position, would you have checked the phone? And if you had, would you confront them immediately, or walk away without a word?